Window to prepare grows smaller every day. I keep telling you how we are in a currency reset worldwide. The entire financial system in the entire world is about to shift right in front of our eyes. Bank of England paper $20 note, $50 note, withdrawal, they're going to stop using cash. U.S. lawmakers look to digital dollar to compete with China. The New Statesman says that the Brits support universal basic income by a 20-point margin. UBIs. What I want you to understand is this. I foresee the larger part of Americans on universal basic income, blockchain digital technology. And you'll have yourself in a position that you can't buy or sell unless you got that QR scan.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and their Son, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Akakwadash. Double honors to my apostles, elders, the great meal, son of well. Peace and salutation, all that I can pushing this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Tazama Deborah coming back through the spirit and power of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, and through the spirit wanted to do a real brief lesson. Just going on, various topics, various things that's happening around the world, or regarding the times and the season that we're living in, man. We're in a time when this devil, he's really about to try to bring forth his new world order, man. So we have to be circumspect concerning the times, man. So I'm going to just jump straight into it. This is the book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel have not obtained what he's seeking for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest was blinded. And that's what you see with 2/3 of the nation of Israel. They're blinded to the fact that this devil, main concern is getting you implemented into this system, man. Especially with all these various psyops that he's playing on the minds of the people, and he's putting you at the forefront of these different agendas, because his main focus is to get you implemented in this new system, this new beast system, which is the Karagma, the MOTB, Revelation 13 to 16, which the man was going into, man. All these things when it came to Crown Warrior 99 was what it was. It was foreshadow for things to come. What you're seeing now, man. They set forth the groundwork for the MOTB when it came to Karagma, as far as crashing the society, having a scapegoat, as far as setting the groundwork for taking away people's rights and things like that. Now you're going to see what the draconian measures as far as what them trying to control you. Like they said at the Davos, at the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab said, you will own nothing and will love it, man. And this is what they're doing. They're gradually taking away your rights with this FBI, Trump thing. All these are psyops, man. Because at the end of the day, they're trying to do what? Take away your freedom of speech and trying to control the narrative. So we have to be circumspect concerning the times we're living in, man. We have to, watch, therefore pray always, because we see the times we're living in. And that's why the Lord said, what then? Have Israel not obtained what he's seeking for? Because Israel is seeking for the truth. They're seeking for salvation. They're trying to seek for what? The kingdom, but not in a carnal mindset. And it says, but the election have obtained and the rest was blind. The election have obtained what? The wisdom, knowledge, understanding the times and season we living in, man. Understanding that this is the power of Israel, Yahweh Shah, that's doing this to this place, man. And he said the rest was blinded. 2/3 of the nation of Israel are blinded to the fact that the Most High said of Esau, Edom, to destroy our ass, especially in the times we're living in, man. Because we're living in a time of Jacob's trouble. And the Most High set Esau, Edom up to bring forth Jacob's trouble, man. But our people are so blinded, they can't see it, man. They can't see that the Most High is about to let Esau, Edom run rampant out here. I'm going to play another video. This is out the beloved, Apostle Gabar's video.
Guard. One of them's an E8, actually a couple of them are E7s. And one of them called his wife, who are good friends with the family, and told us, he was sent out to training 2 weeks ago. He was only supposed to be there for a week. So his wife gets a phone call, and he's telling her, hey, listen, I'm going to be out here longer. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here, but there's something I got to tell you. And she says, what? And he says, listen, they have us doing a lot of weird stuff. He said, I've been out here training at night, and for the last week, we've been doing night training, and he said, basically, quote-unquote training. They have us loading live ordnance into the back of trucks under the complete cover of darkness. They're not allowed to use any flashlights. The buildings where they're getting the ordnance from, they're not allowed to have lights on. The trucks are not allowed to have lights on, and they're only allowed to use night vision. And he tells his wife, he said, hey, listen, you got to tell our friends, and I want you to do this. You need to go get extra batteries, and you need to fill up the gas cans to the generator and go get more gas cans. He said there's a lot of rumors floating around. I don't know what's going to happen. Now, I have other friends in there, so I wanted to confirm this. So I asked one of my other buddies to give a call and ask what's going on. He said, hey, you in training? And he said, yeah, I'm in training. I'm in New York. He said, I'm only supposed to be here for 2 weeks, and now they're telling us that they don't know how long we're going to be here. And I asked him, I said, are you training at night with live ordnance? And there was about an hour pause before a message came back. And he said, how the bleep do you know that? And he doesn't know I'm talking to the other one. I guess the most creepy thing he was saying is that they're loading truck after truck with live ordnance into the complete cover of darkness. And he told me that in his 15 years of service, he's never done any type of training like this. And they've never sent them to New York to do this. Usually when the Massachusetts National Guard does their training, they go down to the Bourne base, which is on the Cape, or they go to Fort Devens. So they're over in New York doing this. Now, I don't know if you covered this, but the same week that they're there training, New York television released a public service announcement. It was a video, and it freaked a bunch of people out to the point where the governor had to respond to it, telling people what to do in the event of a nuclear explosion. So it just seems to me like things are really getting serious over here, enough where people that are 15, 20 years in are freaked out by what's going on and calling their wives, telling them to go buy extra batteries, go get extra food, go fill up the gas cans for the generator, tell our friends to do this. We don't know what's going to happen, but I guess there's a lot of rumors going around. And when she asked, what are the rumors going around, he told her, I really can't say anything on the phone, and I shouldn't even have said this to you on the phone. But I just want people to know, if you have friends in the Guard or you're in the Guard, you should be paying attention to what you're doing.
Shalom. This is Tough Doctrine.
And that's the times we're living in, man. We're living in the time of visitation where the Lord is about to visit Babylon the Great, and he's setting Esau, Edom up to do so, man. So you have to be circumspect concerning the times we're living in, man. Because the sword is being sharpened. This is Ezekiel 21:7. Ezekiel chapter 21:7. Well, I'll start at verse 8. And again, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus said the Lord, saying, a sword is sharpened, and also furbished. And that's what you see Esau Edom's doing. He's sharpening his sword for his economic, the way he's about to set up his as far as the economy with his back by the MOTB, and he's going to bring forth that sword to implement these things, man. And that's what you're seeing taking place, man. They go hand in hand together, man, because they know they're going to have people that's going to rebel against this new system that they're trying to implement. So they're going ahead doing the drills and preparing for what? Civil unrest, because they know it's about to go down, man. But that's why we're telling you have to be circumspect. Let's read it again. It said, again, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say the Lord, a sword is sharpened. And it also famished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. And that's what you're about to see, a lot of death. You're about to see a lot of death amongst you Niggerites and Native Americans, because you don't consider the ways of the Heavenly Father. You going down to Egypt for help, as it says in Isaiah 30th chapter, and adding sin to sin, man, and covering with another covering. You covering of another apparel. You have the spirit of the world on you, man. The Most High is coming back for the elect of the nation of Israel that's coming out of the ways of the world, that's coming back to serving him with truth and sincerity, man. Let's not stand on Esau Edom, man. Because if you stand on Esau Edom, you're going to get caught up out here, because he's sharpening his sword every day, man. Military training, J-Ham drills, all these different drills or psyops that he's been doing in front of you people, and seeing how your reaction is. And then now he's going to roll. That's what he's waiting on. He said, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Should you be in a time of mirth? Should you be in a time of playing the fuck around, doing fucking TikTok challenges and bullshit like that? No. You should be in a time of getting yourself prepared, man. Gird up thy loins like a man. Getting prepared for what's to come, man. Man, because the Most High is about to bring forth mass death, especially for you tribes. And it says, should we then make mirth? And it continueth the rod of my son as a tree. And the Most High, he's about to bring forth that rod of correction. And he's going to use Esau Edom to do it, man. He's going to use the devil, the so-called white man, to fuck your ass up, man. Because he's been doing it the whole damn time. He's been using Esau Edom to jack your ass up. But our people don't hearken to that, man. They don't consider it. This is Psalms chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword, man. And that's Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Malachi 1:4 tells you that he's the border of wickedness, and he's the one that's doing the bidding of the Most High, man. And it says, from men which are not thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world which have their portion in this life. Kawhi, the whole world was given to Esau Edom. Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Revelation 20:3. He was appointed this time for a little season to go out to deceive the world, man. This is his time to rule right now. But his time is wearing thin. His time is almost up. He has bounds where he can't pass. Job 14:5. So he know his time is running short. So he's trying to bring forth his new world order. When with him bringing forth this new world order, he's gonna push forth mass death. And he's been doing it the last couple of years, especially with the Crown Vicky. A lot of people been dying, man, at record numbers, man. Just dropping the fuck dead. And it says, for men which have thy hand, O Yahweh, for men of the world which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hidden treasures. And that's talking about the Israelites. Because they have spoiled us, man. They have spoiled us as a nation, man. Our people don't know who they are. We're the hidden treasures. And guess what, man? The Most High is raising up the elect out of all this madness. And it says they have full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. Why? Because they have Fortune 500 companies that was established off the backs of the nigga and Native Americans, and they give it and pass it down to their children. Johnson & Johnson, all these various places, man. All these various Fortune 500 companies that's been around for a long time, they were set up through slavery, man, through spoiling us. But who set them up? The Most High, man. The Most High set them up. Let's get it. This is Proverbs 16:4. Yahweh have made all things for himself. Even, he said, even the wicked for the day of evil. So the Most High made Esau Edom for the day of evil, the time of Jacob's trouble. Because he's gonna one that's gonna bring forth that trouble, man. He's the one that's gonna bring forth the sword, man. The draconian laws, man. The Most High set him up for this season, man. Real quick, this is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time and every purpose under the heaven. And that's that time now. You living in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. You live in the time of how Shai is about to return and visit the place, visit the earth which he made, man. He's about to visit this place, man. And which in visits this place, you have various prophecies popping off to give you the signs and the tokens of his coming. Matthew the 24th chapter, different various things going on in the second Ezra 15 to 16 chapter, and various things throughout the scriptures. But mainly in Matthew the 24th chapter, he gave you the signs of the tokens will be at his return, man. And we're in those times where these plagues are going to increase, man. And that's why we have to be circumspect concerning the times that we're living in, man, because the Most High set this devil up, man. You're going to see boots on the ground. You're going to see military action full-fledged very soon, man. This is Job chapter 19 and verse 12. His troops come together and raise up their way against me, and they encamp around about my tabernacle, because they're going to have the boots on the ground. It's going to be military boots on the ground. They done J. Ham drills for a reason in Texas years ago, man, because the J. Ham drills was set up for civil unrest, because they know there's going to be a lot of civil unrest, a lot of rebellion amongst the people that's not for this new world order, man, and especially these so-called Bible Belt Edomites, gun-toting Edomites. They know that. So within that, it's gonna be a lot of uproars of the people, man. Sedition among men, as you read in 2 Ezra 15 chapter, and then that's what's gonna be taking place very soon, man. Because you can clearly see the writings on the wall where something major is about to take place, man. If they're talking about preparing for a nuclear attack, that means they're gonna do it. Just like the 9/11, just believe they're gonna do it, man, and they're gonna blame it on Russia or some other various country so they can push forth their agenda of having you people submit to the new world order for them to be your guide, man. That's what they're doing, man, so they can ration out the food and have you trusting in them, man, because the Most High set this snare and trap up, man. This is Jeremiah 34 and 17, because you best believe all this what you see is going on is because the Most High is angry with the Israelites, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 34, verse 17. Therefore thus said Lord, ye have not hearkened unto me in proclaiming liberty, every one to his brother and every man to his neighbor. Behold, I proclaim a liberty for you. Thus said the Lord, the sword and the pestilence to the famine, I will make you to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth, man. That's what you're going to see amongst the nation of Israel, man. The Most High is destroying this, man. It said, for the sword to the pestilence to the famine, I will make you remove into all the kingdoms of the earth. And that's what you see. The Lord has plagued the nation of Israel into all the kingdoms of the earth, man. All the kingdoms of the earth, man. But the sword, the famine, and the pestilence, that's mainly what I want to bring out of that, because that's what's coming into the land, man. The sword, the famine, and the pestilence. And it's mainly to who? You Israelites, man. You tribes. That's what this main focus is on. You tribes, man, because the Most High is coming to destroy your ass, man, because your rebellion spirit, man, because you don't want to hearken to him. This is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so there's none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, man. That's the time we're living in. We're living in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. We're living in the time of visitation. We're living in the time of destruction, man. Or the time where the Lord's gonna let Esau eat him. He's gonna let him have his fun, because he know his time or his little season is up. This is off News Weekly. It says Russian TV airs nuclear missile warning for U.S. and Britain. So we're in that time where the Lord is putting the spirit on these other nations to rise up against Babylon, man. And with them rising up against Babylon, that means that the destruction to this place, man, and the destruction to who? You Israelites, man. Because 2/3 of the nation of Israel is going to die here in Babylon the Great, man. And it says Russian television panelist was made as a latest nuclear threat on, what is it, Kremlin controlled media by saying missiles could be fired at the U.S. and U.K. And that's going to happen. They're going to do that, man. But something major is going to happen in New York as a false flag event to play on the minds of the people. And they're going to blame and they're going to use Russia. So, but you best believe something major is coming down the pipe, man. Real quick, let's get Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50 and 22. It said, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. That's what you see, man. A sound of battle is in the land, man. Because great destruction is coming to America, man. And it says, how is the hammer of the whole earth, Slacky? Damn Satan, man. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? And that's talking about America. Because America went through all the nations and just pillaged them, man. And you can look up what General Wesley Clark said. He said, we're the hammer, and all the other nations are nails, man. Look it up. General Wesley Clark, nails and hammers, showing that America knows that they're the hammer of the earth, going around pillaging, rape, robbing, murdering, stealing all the resources of the other nations, man. And he says, how the whole hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken. How is Babylon becoming desolation among the nations, man? Because that's what's coming. Desolation, destruction is coming amongst the nations to Babylon the Great. Because of why? Because of rebellion and proud. And it's getting laid for that snare. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. Was that not aware? Because they're not aware and prepared for what's about to come. All these other nations preparing their people for what's about to take place. They know a sound of wars in the land, but Americans don't know that, man. It says, thou art found and also caught because thou hast striving against the Lord. And that's what you see, man. America is contrary to what the Lord said do. And this is why the Lord is got to fuck this place up, man. He has to, man. This place is fitting for destruction, man. It says, the Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. That's talking about what? These ICBM missiles, man. That's part of his weapons of his indignation. Indignation go back to righteous anger. And it says, come on, man, that's Satan, bro. I've never done that. Bear with me. The Lord had opened his army and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, of power of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans. Because the so-called Edomites are the modern day Chaldeans, your witches, your warlocks, and the goblins. They're doing all these different demonic divinations behind the scene to try to bring forth the new world order, man. And it says, come against her from the uttermost border. And that's Russia, all these other nations. It said, come against her the outmost border, open the storehouses, cast her up in heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. And that's what's coming, man. This place is going to be found in desolation, man. It's going to be destroyed, man. It's going to be it's going to be a big-ass sand. When all said be all, when it's all done and said, it's gonna be a big ass sand, man. This place is gonna be a fucking a damn desolate place, man. Let's grab. Let me see. Isaiah. I wasn't gonna make this long. Just flowing in the spirit. Isaiah 14. and 5. Isaiah 14 and 5. The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. And this is what you're seeing, man. The staff of the wicked is your so-called Edomites, the chief house of Amalek. And you see this as staff will represent what? Rulership, power. And it's been broken, man, because he's been exposed, man. This is why he's coming with different psyops and trying to play on the minds of the people, using this shit like this. Well, you know what I mean. This one right here and him, they're using these different psyops to play on the minds of the people, because the Most High is breaking the staff of the wicked, and his time is short, man. And it says, Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with continual stroke, he that rule the nations is anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. And that's who? Esau Edom, man. The whole hammer of the earth, man. Great recompense is coming to Esau, because what he's have done to the earth and to the nations, and mainly to the Israelites, man. That's what's coming, man. Great destruction. And it says, the whole earth is at rest and quiet. They break forth into silence. Yeah, the fig trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against me. Because the whole earth is going to be in the spirit of rejoicing when Esau Edom, that feller, because he's the one cutting down the trees, is put down and taken out of a position of rulership, man. And that's what's coming, man. Esau Edom is about to be took out of that power seat. The Most High is the transition of power coming. But within this transition of power, he's going to let Esau Edom, the devil, have his fun, man. And mainly on your trials, man. And I'm going to end this out because, hey, the main topic of this lesson is really destruction, man. The MOTB is coming. The draconian measures is coming with the boots on the ground and your local neighborhoods. And ultimately, the destruction coming with the ICBM missiles, man. And this is Romans chapter 13, verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to the good works, but to evil. And the rulers are not a terror to good works. So the men of the Lord, you have nothing to fear. Because, hey, the Most High didn't give us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of sound mind. Because we're doing right in the eyes of the Lord apparatus by pushing this word, man, with truth and sincerity, by declaring Yahweh Shema Shah's name, man. And it says, for rulers are not a terror to good works, these devils. And it says, but to evil. And it's you niggas, man. You niggas is doing evil. Hey, the Most High got you, man. It said, wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Because the Most High is gonna he's putting that power on Esau Edom to bring forth that indignation. And it says, do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. So you need to be doing right in the Heavenly Father's eyes, so you have praise in the same. And what's that praise in the same? Salvation, having covering in the time of destruction, man. That's why the scriptures say, kiss the Son, now lest he be angry. And it says, for he is a minister of Yahweh to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. And that's what you need to be in the spirit of being afraid. If you out here just fucking up, or iniquity upon iniquity, just out here just wilding, man, and not redeeming the times. Hey, the Most High got your number, man. The scripture says in Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, though a sin is against a evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the Son of Man is fully set in them to do wickedly. Because the Most High ain't judge you right then and there. Your heart is set to do wicked shit. Man, the Most High got you, man. He just setting it up. He just setting that snare up. It says, for he beareth not the sword in vain. That's who? Esau Edom. That's his blessing. He don't bear the sword in vain, man. That's why you see he's preparing. He's doing military drills, because he's really about to wild out on y'all niggas, man. He's about to let all guns blazing on y'all ass, because he don't bear the sword in vain. That is his blessing. And that's what you about to see. He's about to let forth his blessing go here in these last days. For he beareth not the sword in vain, for he is a minister of Yahweh, a revenger to execute the wrath upon him that doeth evil. So the Most High put the spirit on Esau Edom to execute his judgment unto you niggas, man. That's what you see about to take place, man. Because the scripture saying what Proverbs 16:4, the wicked was created for the day of evil. And that's what you're seeing, man. The Most High set him up for the day of evil. Why? Because it to use forth his blessing, which is a sword. And he's furbishing that sword. Ezekiel the 21st chapter, 7th verse. He's sharpening that sword up to bring that destruction upon your tribes, man. Because, hey, we're in them times, man. He's about to come down with great wrath, Revelation 12 and 12. But you tribes, you're not redeeming the times. You have to redeem the times, man. Because it's about to get bad out here. They're doing nuclear videos and, you know, showing you that a attack could take place. And you got to understand the times and seasons you're living in, man. We're in the time and season of judgment, man. Judgment is about to go out, man. So you need to be in a spirit of being circumspect, man. And especially in these last days. So with that, I'm going to close it out by saying, Call Haloyim La, Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, Bashim Kakwadash, double honors to my apostle elders, a great millstone, and we will. Peace and salutation, Allah Akim, pushing this truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom.